I'm trying to create upglide here. What side am I creating upglide on now? What side am I creating upglide on? Right or left?
Right side.
Right side. Left rotation. Right? When I rotate to the left, the right side goes up. So I'm going to use rotation as a way to do that. So how am I creating that rotation? I'm going to take one hand and put it under his occiput, and the other hand I'm going to kind of take along and kind of support as well. So kind of both hands are working together to do this. Notice the pace that I'm moving, right? I'm not going like this, right? Because I'd have to be Jeff Maitland to be able to feel motion occurring that slowly, right? But I'm going to create a little bit of a rhythm here with the motion. And what I'm going to use is the most sensitive part of my hand to palpate intervertebral motion, which is right there, okay? That's what I'm going to use, right there. And I'm just going to place that right over that facet joint. Remember the articular pillars? Ta-da! This is why you learn about articular pillars. This is the reason why we talked about articular pillars, because those things that you went, I can't feel that, you know, remember that? That's the reason why we learned that, because what you're going to do is you're going to put that area of your finger right there, right over that articular pillar. So I'm creating upglide. You guys see that on the right side? And this right hand, as I'm holding the occiput, I'm also feeling for that motion. So now my right hand is feeling, and I'm right along the articular pillar. So as I'm turning that hand, I'm turning that neck, I'm feeling right there for what? I'm feeling for motion. I'm feeling for translation. I'm not necessarily feeling upglide, I'm feeling like an opening. So it's like that. So both hands are working together in tandem to produce the rotation in a fairly consistent rhythm. And my finger is just on the articular pillar palpating that motion. Now many of you will be challenged by this, and it is very difficult to assess motion in these small joints. The advantage is later we're going to come back to mobilizing in this very, very same format. So this is a precursor to treatment. At this point, just appreciate movement. Your ability to judge it will not be great, but we have other methods that we're going to use and other things we're going to look at. So you're going to start down low, and the more I rotate, I'm going to gradually work my way all the way up to the upper cervical region, and then I test the other side. What am I looking for? I'm looking for reduced motion at that segment relative to the one above and below. I'm looking at reduced motion of that segment relative to the other side. I'm looking at reduced motion relative to a hypothetical normal that I have in my head from doing this lots of times that you don't have yet. That's our upglide assessment. I'm just using rotation as the tool, but I'm not testing rotation. I'm testing upglide. So if I feel a restriction, that means he's limited in left rotation, left side bending, as well as potentially forward bending. Okay, so that's upglide PIVMs, passive physiologic intervertebral motion.